Hey y'all, welcome to another creepy story time. And this is so awesome because tonight I went out on a date and we went to see Beetlejuice. So, how appropriate is it for me to be sitting here on my bedroom floor talking about semi creepy things after seeing Beetlejuice? I'm wearing a mic tonight, so I'm hoping that it makes the sound better for this video, but just let me know, okay? I think in one of my videos I mentioned the older people, like our parents, telling us different things so that we could have like warning signs or ways to get out of situations or stay out of situations. So I want to talk about a few of those things, and I'm going to bring up three of those things tonight. And then I'm going to give you some examples of those things that have actually happened. So that'll be the story part of it. And I think I'm going to do this in like two parts so that the video is not too long since I'm talking about three things. They're short and compact, but I think I can just do it in two videos and make them short. One of the first things that I was told as a kid is to never follow the money light. So remember that we never follow the money light. And then another thing I was told, a lot of people were told to beware the tall man, or some people would call him the light pole man. And then another thing I was told, and you may have heard this before because I think it's in different cultures too, that if you hear your name being called by a loved one more than two times, not to answer after the second time, because after the third time, then something could happen, right? So let's talk about the money light first. The money light is pretty much what it sounds like. It is a light that persuades you to follow it and promises riches. So if you follow this light, you will find money. And that sounds all well and good, right? You follow a light, you find money is like leprechaun status, like going to the end of the rainbow, right? But also, if you follow this light, it leads you pretty much to your doom. Even if you do find the money, you will be like you won't be able to enjoy the money because your demise will follow after that. And as someone who's lived in a haunted neighborhood and has seen many things, of course, I've had experience with the money light. I'll start off by saying when I would sleep at night, I always slept in a certain position because I was afraid. So in my parents' old home, I would always sleep facing the wall because I was afraid to sleep facing the door because at night I would hear things going on in the house. Like I would hear people walking and chains dragging and just all kinds of craziness that's not supposed to go on in the house. So I would be just very afraid that if I faced the door and I opened my eyes that I would see something at my door. One night I fell asleep facing the wall like normal, but I guess I turned over and I randomly woke up in the night. And when I woke up, I opened my eyes and I had one bedroom window, and we would keep our window open in the summertime, but we always had a screen in the window to not allow bugs in. So the window was open, but the screen was in there, so nothing could get in. So there's no bugs or no people or anything that could get in without taking this screen out of the window. I look over at the window and I see a green orb about this big float through the screen. So it comes in, it floats through the screen. It's not a bug. I know we have fireflies and stuff like that, or you might call them lightning bugs, but I see a green orb float into the window about this big, and I immediately knew it was the money light. So I lay there and I watched the orb float into the window, and then it floated in front of me, right in front of my face, and I was having this urge to get up and follow the light. But because I had all these warnings before in my life, like multiple times, people said never follow the money light. I knew that I should not follow this light, and it just sat there, like taunting me, like come on, follow me, we can go, we can go. It wasn't like saying anything out loud, but I just had like this urge to follow it. And then I watched this light. I wasn't like overly afraid. Like I'm always saying that I'm scared to death of everything, but it was just so quiet and it was like a peaceful feeling, just like the urge to let's go, you know. But I watched this light and I guess it knew I wasn't gonna follow. So I watched it. It left from in front of my face and then it just floated right back out the window and through the screen and off into the field next to our house. Until that night, I wasn't even sure that the money light was a real thing. Now, I just like put it out as one of those stories that people tell you, and how they tell you if you do this, you're gonna like, and how it happened to this person and that person, but you don't really know that person because they're like a lot older than you, and of course, they're gone. But yeah, so if you ever see a light beckoning you to follow it, I mean, if you're brave enough, you can go for it and look for your riches, but I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this one here and then I'm gonna continue in the next video. Don't worry, I'm posting it right now. So go over and check part 2. Thank you.